Let's see. Am I live? Good morning. Good morning. I got like a spotlight thing going on me right now because my ring light went out. And I still waiting for a new one to come in, but I didn't want to go another day without doing a morning energy reading. My life. I still have a few people I have to reach out to for the new moon ritual, and if you're one of those few people, that will be done today because I have a doctor's appointment in about an hour. What time is my doctor's appointment? Hold on a second. What is the extra? I don't know why I'm thinking this. Nah. Okay, yeah, I got a doctor's appointment about an hour and a half. On my way back from my doctor's appointment, can you guys hear me? Good morning. On the way back from my doctor's appointment, I am stopping by the Botanica to pick up the candles for the new moon ritual for my clients who I am doing it for. But I wanted to get on here and kind of chit chat a little bit about. Actually, I'm gonna do the morning energy reading first because I have somebody showing up at my house and I don't want to pick up on any of their energy. So let's do this. I'm just going to pull 3 cards for today. Holy Spirit, Spirit guides and angels, please allow me to give a clear message here for the Aries collective. Summon Venus and Rising. Show us the energy for today for the Aries collective. We have the 2 of Swords. Look at that. I kind of like the spotlight is very theatrical. I had to nigger rig something today. Oops, I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on YouTube. But I had to nigger rig it, okay? All right, 6 of Cups here. 5 of Cups, 6 of Cups. Tell me more. Wow, beautiful. All right. So 9 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. 9 of Wands is an energy of perseverance. And boy, oh boy, I got this card for myself today. This is definitely what I'm feeling. I'm explaining a little bit what's going on with me in a second. The wounded warrior pushing through. I feel like this is, if this is not Aries, I don't know what is. Aries and the Emperor, but this is it. The wounded warrior pushing through difficult energy, whether that be physical things that you have to kind of keep pushing through, or if this is trauma, okay? This could be trauma with the 9 of Wands that you're trying to release. 2 of Swords is a card of making decisions. You have something here that you need to choose, make a decision about. And maybe you're trying to do it from a logical standpoint. And when you see the moon here and all of the blue, Spirit is asking you to look at it through your intuition, through your third eye, okay? The 5 of Cups here represents loss, sadness, regret, or emotions that you can't seem to shake, like you're dwelling on something or living in the past. But right after the 5 of Cups, you got the 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups talks about support. This could be from a friend, a loved one, a lover. This could also be something here from childhood, some sort of childhood wound that is literally healing with the 6 of Cups. And it could also be someone coming back from the past. But in this instance, when I'm seeing the 5 of Cups to the 6 of Cups, I feel like there's some sort of emotional support that comes in for you through a situation that you may be confused about. And this could also be spiritual, like your spirit guides, right? Coming in with emotional support. This also could have to do with children as well. Childhood. And the last card that I pulled is the Sun, which the Sun is a card of happiness, joy. There we go. Happiness, joy, expansion, abundance, and also illumination. So I feel like when I'm seeing these cards, it literally could seem that there could be some sort of problem. It doesn't have to be major because these are all minor arcanas. This could be something that's coming up today or that has been going on in passing. And there's a sense of whatever it is, there's a sense of either disappointment that you can't figure something out, or there's just kind of this looming energy, right? Some of it could even be depression, 5 of Cups. But I get the sense that you're going to have someone come to your aid, whether this is on this side in the physical, in the 3D, or on the other side. And the aid that is, so what the support is, the support that is given to you, I can't even speak. The support that is given to you is coming through here, okay, your intuition and through illumination. Something is being illuminated. Anytime the 2 of Swords is here, where there's confusion, It means that there's not clarity. There's not everything that you need to know about the situation, which is why it's creating a confusion. Sometimes it could be a person that's intentionally confusing you, intentionally leaving out information if you're dealing with that type of person. And because it could definitely be about love. With the sun here, it's like we're going to bring you the answers, or we're going to bring you the clarity that you need to see everything that is being left out. Okay. So yeah, that's it. That's the energy reading for today. I'll pull an ancestor card at the end, but that's it. That's it today. If you hear me gasping for air, that's literally what I was about to talk to you guys about. So how's everybody doing today? This is just like a transparency post because you guys know I share a lot. There's just something that I haven't really been sharing because I just don't really know what's going on. But I've kind of spoken about it a little bit, but I haven't really spoken about it continuously. So you might not know that it's still going on. But for the last few months, I have literally been struggling to breathe. Like you can hear it probably in my readings. I'm gasping for air right now. I've been having a lot of situations come up where I've been in and out of the hospital. Like last night, I had to go to the emergency room. What they're boiling it down to is anxiety, which makes sense. I've been through a lot and I always try to carry a lot, but I do feel that it's a little bit more than that. And this has kind of caused me to just really be inconsistent. One, because there is a bit of a fear when I'm going to bed at night and I'm like gasping for air and I have to sit up. So yeah, there's fear there, but also just the sheer not knowing what's going on has just been, and then coupled with everything else that's going on in my life. Like literally, when I tell you I'm going through a dark night of the soul for the last few months, I am. If people think that I haven't been doing things or delaying things because I'm just like, oh, fuck it. No, if you've known what, yeah, we've tested all of that. I love that when I tell you guys stuff, you guys give me, yeah, it might be this, you might be that. Because the last time I told you, I've checked through all of that. I've been going through all of the tests. I promise you, this is not something that has started yesterday. This has started probably around April timeframe. And so, so we're trying to figure out what exactly it is. I do feel that I have sleep apnea too. They've tested for it. They're not really taking me as serious as I would like them to. And that's the problem with the healthcare system. And I've talked about this before on a rant. Like, I don't know if some of you follow me on, Facebook. And about a few months ago, when I first started looking into this, the doctor was like, oh, you have depression or something like that. And kind of like showed me out of the doctor's office. And I went on a big rant on Facebook about it because Black women just really don't get the same care as everyone else. Black men, Black women, women of color, whatever. We don't. And so I've just been check my chart. I've gotten blood work done 3 times. And I'm going to go get it done again today. Good morning, Chelsea. Hope you feel better. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've got my thyroid checked. I get my thyroid checked religiously. Okay. I get it checked religiously because my grandmother had thyroid issues and then my mom had thyroid issues. I've been getting my thyroid checked since I was 20. So I get it checked all the time and they swear it's not my thyroid. Yeah, I need something because it's causing cognitive, like, dysfunction, like where sometimes I just blank, sometimes I'm just not all there. And it definitely can be anxiety because I have a lot of stuff going on. But I also feel that intuitively, what I'm picking up on is that it's also food related. That's what my spirit guides keep telling me. So I'm going to definitely get a allergy test again, even though I've had one of those. And I don't feel like that it's, but the thing is, I don't know if it's going to come. See, this is where I'm confused at because like my spirit guides is telling me it's food. It's like some of the foods that I'm eating, but it's not, it would not be in the foods. It would not be in the food naturally. Do you understand? Like it's something that I'm picking up on that's in the food that is not supposed to be in the food. And I don't know if you guys remember, some of you have been rocking with me for a while, about 2 years ago. I think it was probably before my mother passed. I think it was before my mother passed. I had like McDonald's, I think. And I had literally, I went into like an anaphylactic shock eating McDonald's. And since then, I've never eaten, I think it was a McChicken. Literally, my throat started closing up. And I don't know if there was a foreign object in there. I don't know what it was, but I literally stopped. Like I went into panic mode and stopped breathing, went to the emergency room. They tested everything. They have no idea. I'm not allergic to chicken. I've eaten chicken since then. That chicken I could not eat anymore. And to this day, I still have not eaten it. Also could be a lymph node blockage. Those are exercises to drain our lymph nodes. Thank you. Thank you for that, Candyland. I'll definitely bring that to the doctor too. It's definitely not food, but there are people who eat McDonald's every day and they're fine. You know, I feel like I'm just more certain. I'm just sensitive to certain things because I also feel like, and this is kind of crazy, but I also feel like this is a part of my ancestral, it's a part of my ancestral path, because one thing that I am kind of picking up on is that I'm breaking through this health situation right now. I'm breaking a generational curse. So every year, like every generation of women every generation of women in my lineage has died younger and younger and younger. So I feel this is kind of what I've been picking up on, because my spirit guides have been talking to me like crazy through this whole situation. Could it be you have extra fluid on you? Maybe so. You digestive system not processing food the way maybe so, probably so. Y'all are all better doctors than the actual doctors. Yes, we are not eating the same food our ancestors used to eat. We're just really not. But I have some mullein tea too, Brianna. Thank you. I just ordered a whole bunch of teas. So I'm definitely about to start drinking at least a cup a day. My mom had the same problem starting in April. July, had to go to the ER because she couldn't breathe. She had fluid on her lungs and around her heart. Her throat has been closing in and off for years. Wow. That sounds like my grandmother. My grandmother had started having fluid around her heart as well. But like every year, every generation of women in my life have died younger and younger. Now to my mom is 50. My grandmother was around her 70s. Her mother was around like lower 80s. And so kind of what I'm getting, whatever it is, I've heard the download I'm getting, I'm not dying. And that's honestly, when you stop breathing, there is something inside of you that literally triggers that fight or flight. And it's like, okay, am I dying? Am I dying? That's kind of the thought. But I keep hearing that you're not dying. You're going to live a long life. You're not dying, but they're wanting me to take my health more serious. So there are things that they're wanting me to do to change. And they're definitely, my spirit guys want me to go to the doctor, because there is something there that they're wanting me to see, to get a handle on, and how I eat differently. The other thing that I pick up on is that, if you guys know, I did a long live about this around the time that my mom was passing. When I came home from that trip from Mexico, I was on the plane. I'll never forget this. And I got this instant download that the food is killing you. Like the food there is killing you. And so literally 10 days after that, I found out my mom was dying. And I found out that she had cancer, breast cancer. She had breast cancer in the 90s, but then it came back. I always feel like, I can't say on here why I feel like the breast cancer came back, but she took a shot and whatever. And so that came back. But also what I was getting is I got a download of the meat. And I've shared this before. The meat, it had like this green stuff on it, and they just cut it away. And it was just a vision of them cutting away the cancer off the meat, packaging it up, and just putting it on the shelf. So obviously the stuff that we eat still has cancer on it. They just cut it off and they put it into our bodies. Now I'm saying all this to say, right? Because it's like, okay, well, Chelsea, you're going through this. Why are we not going through this? I just feel like everybody has their own ancestral things that they have to break. And a part of mine, for me and my family, is around the food, because a lot of my people, not just the women, but everyone in my family has health issues around food, but yet nobody has changed that way of living, that way of doing things, and really taking it seriously. They've just literally succumbed to it. Now, the working out is great. I haven't worked out as much as I used to because my car situation has been on and off, but I'm definitely getting back into the gym next week, because that, I feel like, has always kept me healthy and kept me working out, keeps me breathing better, actually. And it also kind of like when I was sitting here speaking to my mom, like she's literally coming through me so strongly right now, to the point I can hear her voice, but not audibly. It's almost like a how do you say it? Telepathic. And telepathy is, if you know, you know, right? It's just so hard to explain. It's not an audible hearing, it's a feeling and a download, but you could still kind of hear the person, like their tone, right? So you know it's them. And I can't really explain it. And my mom has literally she's been talking to me so much. It's gotten stronger this past few months, especially through this. And it's her voice who keeps telling me, you're not dying. You just need to go to the doctor. You just need to get checked out. Even I got and I recorded this and I'm getting it edited and I'm going to start sharing my journey of me leaving. A lot of you have told you I'm leaving the country. I'm leaving America. I'm moving to Mexico. I could talk about it a little bit more because I've broken it to my family. My family is boy, I tell you, you have some Black families who are completely open and they're all right with that kind of stuff. And then you have other families, they're like, huh? Why would you want to do that? What? Like, as if America is so great. Like, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to leave? But when I tell you, I prayed about it and I asked God, I said, God, show me clearly. If I'm not supposed to go, make it clear to me that I'm not supposed to go. And ever since I said that prayer, it's like almost every other day, there's a reason why I should be leaving, right? There's something else why I should be leaving. And I got this strong download that me leaving and me being the pioneer of my family to leave and go expand was going to start something, a trickle effect of showing not just my family, but other Black women, because I have a following, that there is a beautiful world out there that you can thrive in and you don't have to stay here. And I also, and I talk about this a lot, and I know I might sound Looney Tunes about this, but there is a ring. I always see it as a ring around America. And it's an energetic ring, and it is evil. It is evil. And it's almost like this, I don't know what you could call it. It's an energy, it's a force, it's something that is being suppressed into us. It's causing the depression, it's causing it's causing everything. But it's the word that I keep wanting to say is demonic, but there's this ring around America. Some people can thrive in it. Now I don't know why. Yeah, there I am. Here I am. I'm back. I'm back. I told myself, I said, if I start talking about this today and it freezes, that's my confirmation. Boom. As soon as I started talking about it, it froze. So yeah, that's just kind of what I see and that's what I feel. Have you tested for Lyme's disease? So where I'm at right now, and I've been switching doctors religiously, is trying to get a doctor to take me seriously. So all of these things that you guys are naming, I have them a lot listed out because I've been doing my own research. But I'm just trying to, because I come in there and I'm presenting as a healthy Black woman. They're like, you're healthy. That's what they're telling me. So like I've had all the tests. And I'm just where I'm at right now with it is trying to get them to take it a step further and to get me tested further. And if anybody who knows, if you've ever had any issues with a lot of times, unless you're really presenting sick, you have to keep pushing doctors to test further, just to take you seriously. So yes, I am trying all of the tests, but they won't. If I come in, my blood pressure is great. My cholesterol is a little high. Other than that, my blood pressure is great. My heart is great. Everything is great. So they're like, girl, you're crazy. Like that's literally what they're telling me. But it's something that is happening, and I'm not going to rest. I'm going to keep going because my spirit guides keep telling me to keep going to the doctor. I know it's something serious. That's also part of the reason that I'm listening. I feel like we've been and I have a friend who's in Mexico right now as well. And that's something that she tells me as well, is that, in America, you go into the doctor's office and you see the doctor for about 10 minutes tops. In certain places in Mexico where they are internationally accredited, they'll sit with you for about 30 to 60 minutes because they prioritize client patient relationships. You understand? They allow the patient to be seen. And it's not just Mexico, it's all over the world. Like America, I feel like we're getting the bottom end of the stick, and more than ever now. But it's being packaged as this is the greatest place and this is the great, and you're not going to thrive anywhere else. But there's so many different reasons I'm leaving. It's not just that. There's so many different reasons. And one of them being my son. I want him to experience that culture because his father is passed on, but he is, he's Latino as well. So I want him to be able to kind of grow up, and they're glad to see your health getting better. Well, not yet. We'll hope it is, because I was just in the emergency room last night. I see on the socials that some fly out the country to get full medical workups much cheaper. Oh yeah. Even if you don't have insurance in Mexico, it's only $30 to $50 to get a full to see the doctor. They have medications that are available that we pay thousands of dollars here for a prescription that are over the counter. And that's why a lot of people who are retiring are moving there. I've been seeing, if you start to go down that rabbit hole, you realize how many people are not, how the news is not reporting how many people are leaving. I saw something yesterday. It was on a channel. I don't know what it was on. I think it was on YouTube. I think it was a news channel on YouTube. And they were reporting how men, how did they say this? Is Delia here? No. They're showing that men are getting more jobs in the workforce. And I think at 4 times the rate, women are quote unquote staying at home or opting out of the workforce. I don't think they're opting out of the workforce in that way. I think part of it is that a lot of women are creatives, are taking it upon themselves to make money. They're staying at home, making their own money. That is it. Like they're turning into creators, content creators, whatever. And half of them, I feel like, are leaving the country, and they're not reporting that, but they're reporting it as people are just not getting jobs anymore. I think people are leaving. I think that's really what it is. Praying for you, Charles. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm going to take you guys along on this journey with me, just so you can see. I've started documenting it behind the scenes, like the phone calls I've been making. I have a mentor who I'm going to be meeting with him and his family for a consultation next week to start the whole process, the visa process and everything else. I've already met with a realtor, because one thing about me, I have to, I don't care where I'm going. We have to live somewhere nice. That's part of my moon and Venus, my luxury. So I've already started looking at places. I'll probably rent for a little while, probably for the first 6 months, and figure everything out. And just start fresh. And I've even I'm dissolving my credit as well. I'm filing bankruptcy here and just clearing everything out. So when I do go, if I do decide to come back here, which I don't know if I will, but if I do decide to come back, then that'll be wiped out too, because I'm like, anything that has been creating stress in my life, I've just been I'm eliminating it. And that's how I'm fighting back against the system. I'm like, I'm not going to keep fighting with things that are creating stress, because at the end of the day, what takes on stress? Your physical body. We need our bodies to live, right? We need our bodies to live. So why am I taking on all of this stress because America says I need to? Financial stress, this stress, that stress. No, if I could the only way I would stay right here, right now, and looking at my astrocartography chart, my cycle where I'm at right now, as much as I love my home, Louisiana, everything else, my cycle here is done. And that is a big reason why people feel stuck financially, spiritually, emotionally. Love is because when it's time to go, you got to go. We were never created to really stay in one spot our whole lives. Some people can, right? But I don't feel like we were just supposed to stay completely where we were born. I'll say that. You can lay roots somewhere, but you weren't always supposed to stay where you're born. And a lot of times you have to know when your cycle is over. And I'm just noticing different things in my life. I have people here who love me to death. Like literally, when I was getting in the car to go to the emergency room last night, my gym members haven't seen me in a while. And as soon as I was getting in the car, they text me and say, "Hey, Josie, where you been?" And I text them like, "Well, right now I'm on my way to the emergency room." And they stayed with me and checked in on me. And I'm telling you, I have great people here. But at the same time, I also, even though those people, I love them to death and I would probably come back for their milestones if they got married, baby showers, or whatever, I still feel, this is very complicated to explain. I still feel disconnected in a way. Like I have all of these people around me and I don't feel connected spiritually or soul in a soul wise way. And I know some people could just probably be like, whatever, that's not a big deal. I could stay here for that and just stay to myself, but I can't. I know that I am supposed to be intertwined in groups and community and things like that because it's a part of my passion, it's a part of my mission. And if I don't feel connected here to people, then it's like, what am I doing here? You know what I'm saying? What are we doing here? Like if I can't have real community, real deep friendships, not surface level friendships, what am I doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like I feel alone and I have so many people around me. That's one thing. I feel that I make great money and I am still surviving. And that shouldn't be. The amount of money that I make and to still be in survival mode, we just like it is what it is. That's what it is. No, not like that. When I started seeing different stuff come out of my bills and I'm calculating my bills and everything like that, I said, this is not okay for me. I'm not doing this. There are some people who are just like, yeah, eggs are going up. This is what it is. I'll go buy a chicken. No, it shouldn't be like that because we have 139 other countries where people are not experiencing that. Now we have some other countries, they are experiencing it, but not everyone. And so I always think like the greatest blessing that my mom ever did was she joined the military. She had me at 18 and then she joined the military. Yes, I had to stay with my grandparents for a little while she did basic training, but that was like 2 years, 3 years. She got on her feet. And then when I was 3.5 years old, my mom came and picked me up and we moved to England and we lived there for 5 years. And I feel the fact that my mom did that for me when I was young, it gives me a sense of I can do this now. If she, even though it was military, right, and she had orders, she still was a Louisiana girl. I never left Louisiana and picked up and went to England, right, off of some orders. And that was probably the best thing that my mother ever could have done for me, especially if you're from Louisiana or from a country, from a state like Louisiana, very poor type of state. Most people don't leave here. That was the greatest thing that she could ever done for me because at a very young age, I met people from all over the world. Yes, there was a lot of military kids, but then there was also like my next door neighbors were like from like Poland or something like that, So that kind of mindset that I have now is like, okay, so she did it. I can do it. It's not a big deal. There's like people. Hold on one second. I got to let this person in. Hold on one second. Okay. I'm like a whole hour off in my head. I'm thinking it's like 9:20. It is only 8:47. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm gonna document the whole process so I can be extremely transparent just to show you how it goes. If anybody's thinking about doing it, if we decide to come back, we come back. If we don't, we don't. I mean, what's to say? I'm always one of those people who are like, I'd rather do it and say I didn't like it than not do it and never know. That's just how I feel about things. Like, sure, I could be afraid. I'm scared. I'm a woman. I'm not gonna say scared. I'm not never scared, but I'm a woman. I'm a single mom, and I'm probably gonna be doing it by myself. But I'm not gonna be the first. And I think that's so encouraging. That's why I love YouTube. And I tell people all the time, if you have a story to tell, get on here and share your story because there is so many people in this world. And I promise you, it's not all of our situations are unique, but sometimes people want to hear it from a regular person of what they went through and how they got through it and what they did on the other side and how they're thriving. Or, maybe you were at your lowest breaking point and people just want to hear real, true authenticity. And they want to hear it from somebody that looks like them. You understand? And if you can get paid to tell your story, like, you understand, what are you waiting for? You never know what kind of soul tribe you're going to create, through telling your story, through your hurt and pain, through your struggles. Europe have the best medical coverage. Does it? I don't remember. I mean, when I lived there, I was like 5 years old, but I know I never lacked anything. I was telling my dad the other day, I said, the first time that I've ever, and maybe it was because I was young, but the first time I ever experienced racism when I came back to America. And it was from a friend's grandfather. It was crazy. But I say ever since then, ever since I came back here, I never felt like, other than Louisiana, I've never felt like comfortable being anywhere here in this state. Like only here, I guess, because of my roots are here. But I believe you. I believe if they have the best medical, I think there's great medical coverage though in a lot of different places, not just Europe. I think we just are not told that all the time. So I'm going to pull an Ancestor Oracle, like I said, and close out this chit chat so I can finish getting ready for the doctors. So today, what I'm going to the doctor for today is I'm going to get the gene test to make sure that I don't have the gene for, I don't feel like it's not necessary, because they wanted me to get the gene test to make sure I don't have the gene for breast cancer like my mom, but my mom got the test, and that's, from my understanding, that's how I thought it worked. The parent gets the test, and then that's how you know. But my mom did get the test before she passed, and she doesn't have the gene that passes it down. She's really like the first person in our family to ever get breast cancer. Now we've had other cancers, but my thing about it is that I don't, even though you can have, like, I guess, the gene that can carry it, I feel like there's so much different things in this world that we're breathing in, that we're touching, that they're putting in the food. That's like the download that I keep getting, is that something around what I'm eating here, what they're putting in the food, even if I don't have the gene, if I keep, consuming certain things that can be cancerous, who's to say? But I'm still going to go, because my doctor, I felt like this was divine. I changed doctors so many times, and then they switched me to another doctor, and her name was Veronica, and that's my mom's name. So she was like, no, you're going to go take the test. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm not going to fight her, because her name is Veronica too. So I'm going to go get this test done today. And then before I leave the hospital, I'm going to stop either by the emergency room again or by my doctor's office and see if they'll run some more blood work. And I see all the things that you guys have listed, so I'll definitely throw those in as well. All right, so let's take a look here. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, leaving you guys with an ancestor message. Let's see here. This is for Aries. Look at that. And people be thinking this stuff be made up, huh? Do they not? Isn't that crazy? Medicine Guardian. I got this card the other day from be open to healing information. Be open to healing information. If that's not a divine message, I don't know what is. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Direction Guardian. Choose your path. So that's amazing. Underneath, Guardian Angel, you are not alone. I'm going to pull one tarot card and clarify the Medicine Guardian. Did it freeze? Are we still there? Let me know if we're still there. Okay, thank you. Clarify the Medicine Guardian. Yes. I'm always open to healing information. You guys actually send me so much. It's so helpful. So never hesitate to send me anything that you feel is beneficial. All right. All right, let's take a look. Clarifying the Medicine Guardian. Wow. Literally, Spirit's like, we here. We here. Look at this. We got the Temperance, the angel here. Look at that. Look like the same card. Who is this in Temperance? Archangel. I want to say it's Gabriel. I'm drawing a blank. Raphael is in the Lover's card. It's not Michael. I think it's Gabriel. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look it up. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have 3 of Pentacles. This card is a card of collaborations, networking, help, building, laying a foundation and building upon it. I also get this card for myself, though, sometimes when there is support. 5D support in the 3D. Okay. Pentacles can also represent energy, health, wealth. Okay. Physical things that are in the physical world. So let's read here. Medicine Guardian. Here we have it. All right. All right. What is the SD for 5D for clarity? 5D is the 5th dimension. So I feel like it's kind of where our ancestors or our spirit guides, they kind of, I don't want to say hang out, but when they come down to give us a message, I think that's where we pick up on the messages. Listen to what is coming up within you and what is being shared with you by trustworthy others in your life. Pay attention to healing information. Healing angels can help you heal emotionally, spiritually, and physically with their energy, but they can also direct you towards information that will help you return to wholeness. When this card appears, information is being revealed that can help heal an aspect of your current situation, whether that be your health, relationships, or even career. So be alert for this. The Medicine Guardian has a healing wand, which represents the capacity to heal with the power of will and desire, and a chalice, which represents returning to a state of wholeness, a state where your cup is no longer full, but overflowing with goodness. The emerald color of the card represents the healing rays of Archangel Raphael, okay, and his healing angels. The extended message here says you are being exposed to information and insights that will have a dramatic healing effect upon your life. If you're working through something mentally or emotionally, know that there are spiritual energies supporting your healing. If you're working through something that is physically challenging, pay particular attention to information that's coming to you and feels inspired, insightful, and warm. It will be supportive of your wellness. Your angels are here to remind you that your natural state is one of wholeness, and you are on the road to revealing that wholeness and more. So this is probably why I shared all this information with you guys today. Maybe somebody's going to send me some information. Remember, get EpiPens on hand. I have them. Me and my son have EpiPens in here. Roman, my son, he's allergic to shellfish. Crazy. as much as we in Louisiana, that is just like absolutely crazy. As much as we love seafood down here, but my son is a picky eater. I'm like, how can you be half black, half Nicaraguan, and he eats mac and cheese? That's it. Mac and cheese and chicken. That's it. But he doesn't like anything spicy. He doesn't like anything and I feel like it's a texture thing. But when he was little, I used to feed him like crawfish and stuff like that. He would eat it up. But then once he got picky, he would literally, I feel like this is what I feel in my heart. I feel like because he rejected it so much, it's almost like he created that allergen. I just feel like with your mind, you can do things like that, which is fine. We know he's allergic to this, and that. I'm like, when we move to Mexico, there's going to be some things that you're going to have to try though, buddy. He was like, no, I want to try it. Like he told me, he was like, Mom, he's like, I wish I could eat more things. And I said, okay, we're going to work on that. He's getting to the point now where he's realizing that he's kind of missing out on a lot of flavors and stuff like that. But I do feel like in the beginning stages, it was a texture thing for him. And then so he just refused stuff so much to the point where it's like, it created, I'm never going to push shellfish on him or anything like that, but he's allergic to shellfish. And then when that happened to me, that whole McDonald's scare, they never, to this day, they never pinpointed what made me go into an anaphylactic shock. A McChicken, like what was in the McChicken? So anytime I leave the country, I have an EpiPen on me just in case. Obviously, when I leave the country, I eat the best and I feel the best, but just in case, I always carry it with me. And actual allergies is inflammation. Yeah, I do feel like I have like a buildup of inflammation. and like something draining. So that's something I'm definitely going to get checked in on now too. So what's going on in y'all's lives? When I get back, hopefully my ring light, so I haven't done any readings. Hopefully my ring light will be in from Amazon. I'm going to do a reading today. And I'm going to the Botanica to pick up the stuff for the new moon ritual. And also I'm going to do a ritual for the Patreon today. I just don't know which one. Maybe I might do something towards healing. I'm raised Creole, and I have to be in the mood for certain seafood, rumble, etc. That's at the smell. Yeah, I know that's a challenge for us, is because I love our food. I love spicy food. I love all kinds. But now I'm like literally being told I have to learn how to love them, but just in a healthier way. There's certain things I can't use. I can't cook anymore. I don't know. So I will talk to you guys later. Leave in the comment section, not in the chat, if you have anything that you're wanting me to do a reading on today, because I will be back after my doctor's appointment and my house will be nice and fresh and clean, and I'm a sage and everything. So I will be back on later. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.